If I had to restart from scratch and become a profitable day trader within 30 days, these are the exact steps I would take. You see, starting out as a new trader, I had lost over $30,000 and could not figure out how to break the cycle of losing. But over the last 4 years of trading, I've gotten to the point where I'm seeing consistent 4-figure days, and there's 3 key things I did to make this happen. Now, before I tell you these trading tips, this is only going to work if you implement these steps in order. All right, number 1, you need to pick a consistently profitable strategy. Now, you may think that your 15 indicators that you threw on your chart actually works as a strategy, but guess what? It doesn't. And especially the buy-sell indicators that have the arrows and you just follow them, that's not a real strategy. It doesn't work. You need something that's consistently profitable and backed over time. So let me show you a very simple day trading strategy. Now, before I show you this simple day trading strategy, there are people who pay thousands and thousands of dollars for this information, and I'm giving it to you for free. So make sure that you are subscribed. One of the most simple day trading strategies that you can have is going to be the Fibonacci retracement strategy. This isn't just a regular Fibonacci retracement. This actually has settings that will allow you to have a very simple strategy. So your Fibonacci is going to look like this. If you don't know where it's at on TradingView, it's going to be this area right here, and you're able to just pick the Fibonacci retracement section. Now, this is very important. What you're gonna do is double click this right here and go to the Fibonacci retracement settings. So as you see, I only have 5 values enabled here, so make sure that these are the ones that you have enabled. Now, this strategy is incredibly simple. All you have to do is find a range, and within that range, you need to find the tops and the bottoms. So for example, in this little trend that I just drew right here, this would be your range. So you need to draw this Fibonacci from the top of the range to the bottom of the range. Now, what you're looking for is either a retracement to the 50% or the 61.8% area. If you can get a retracement between one of these 2 points and find a reversal, you can easily take this to the downside and continue the trend. So what does this look like on a chart? What you're looking for is the top of a trend to the bottom of a trend. As you can see right here, we have our top and we have our bottom. So as soon as you get up to that 50% retracement area, what you're looking for is a reversal to the opposite direction. You enter the position to the downside as soon as you touch this 50% and you set your target down to the next low. Your stop loss will either go above the 50% or above the 65%, depending on the risk that you have on that trade. And one last example for you, you can see right here, we have a lower low. So we have our top of our range and we have the bottom of our range here. So we're gonna take the bottom of the range, go to the top of the range, and that's your Fibonacci area right there. And look how convenient it is. As soon as we come down to this 50%, we then bounce off of it. So all you have to do is set your Fibonacci levels and let the stock retrace back to your 50% or 61.8%. And for your target, you're always gonna wanna target the next key support or resistance level. Now that's just a simple day trading strategy. There's hundreds and hundreds of day trading strategies out there that are consistently profitable. You just need to make sure that instead of going and trying to put whatever indicators on your chart, trying to come up with a strategy yourself that's consistently profitable, you need to find one that already works. All right, number 2, now that you're confident that you have a successful trading strategy that will work over a long period of time, you need to create a concrete risk management plan. Now, I know that sounds like the most boring thing on earth, but this is one of the most important things that you need to become a successful trader. Let me show you exactly what I mean by this. The name of the game is survival. And what I mean by this is you need to be able to stay alive for as long as you possibly can when trading. There's gonna be so many times where you feel like you need to take 15% of your account and put it into a trade, or 50% of your account and put it into a trade because you need to make your money back. We need to stop that habit from happening. So to do this, we need to create a concrete plan that's going to allow you to follow the exact same risk procedure every single time you take a trade. This risk management plan is exactly what I implement with each of my one-on-one students at Simply Options Academy. This is extremely important, and I would recommend taking notes on this one. So pause the video if you need to. First things first, what is your account size? The next thing you need to know is how many losses can you take per day? How many trades can you make in a day? And what is your daily max pain? What this means is how much are you allowed to lose in one day before you completely call it quits? What is the point of this? It's to stop the 2 biggest issues that traders have: revenge trading and over trading. If you can limit those 2 things, you will survive a lot longer than everybody else, because as you guys know, 99% of traders fail. Why do they fail? Because they don't have these things actually already created for themselves. Now, this is an aggressive trading account, so we're okay with losing 5% per day if we have to. But think about it this way. If you're risking 2% every single day, that allows you to stay alive for 50 days. If you're risking 1% every single day, then that allows you to stay alive for 100 trading days. So the more max pain that you allow yourself to have, the more that you are likely to fail in a shorter period of time of trading. So after you find out your daily max pain, you need to find out what your risk per trade is. Now to find out what your risk per trade is, you need to figure out what number will keep you underneath your daily max pain if you take your full amount of losses for the day. So on this account specifically, I figured we can risk around 2% or less per trade and still be underneath this daily max pain if we were to lose. And this could be different depending on what you trade, but for an options trader, I'm gonna say 5 contracts at 1.0. This is $500 max. If you have a stop loss at 20%, that means that your max loss per position is $100. So let's say you take 2 losses on a full size position 2 times, you're still underneath your daily max pain per day. You see, if you're able to follow these rules, then you'll be able to stay alive for a longer period of time because you won't have the devil on your shoulder telling you to put in half of your account on a trade when you know you have a specific set of rules to follow every single trade you take. These rules are massively important to become a successful trader. So I would create this for myself almost instantly. Before we move on to number 3, I just want you to know if this is really difficult for you, I completely understand. There's so much information, it can be pretty difficult to understand in one little YouTube video. That's exactly why I created Simply Options Academy. You see, there's so much information that I'm throwing at you that it's very difficult to be able to get this on the first try, especially by yourself. So I walk with each of my students in Simply Options Academy, literally holding their hand and walking them through this entire process so that they can become successful traders on their own, and they're cutting out years of losing in the process. On top of that, I teach them the SOA trading strategy that I've been developing over the last 4 years, and it is absolutely crushed in this market. So if you want to join us, go to the description, click the application link down below, and put in an application for a chance to join Simply Options Academy. We're a very limited program, so I don't just take anybody, only the people who are the most eager and the best fit to work with me. All right, you've got a successful strategy, you've got a successful risk management plan. Now you need to journal every single trade you take thoroughly. You need to treat this like a business. You can't just be taking trades and not doing anything about it. In businesses, they have data analytics. They've got people that are literally designed to look at all of the metrics and look at all of the data of their business to make informed decisions for them to be able to be more successful. Trading is the exact same thing. No sponsorship here, but I can't help to promote TradeZella. It's the #1 journaling software that I've ever used. It does cost money, but I promise you it is 1,000,000% worth it in the long run. You see, you'll be able to see specifically what trades you took, why you took them, exactly when you entered, exactly when you exited. Every single piece of information is going to be important when you're trading. So on this trade, I'll be able to go to the daily journal and see specifically how long I held the trade for, how many executions I had, why I sold, why I entered, and everything about that. On top of that, I'm able to tell you exactly what setup I had, exactly what mistakes I made, and pick exactly which strategy that we were trading and be able to check off if I traded this strategy correctly. In my personal opinion, there literally isn't a better trading software than this. Now, if you can do all 3 of these things successfully, over a period of time, you will become successful. It might not be 30 days, but this is the exact step I would take if I needed to do it again. Show some love on this video if you like free education, and I'll make more of it. Later.